Now, the reason why so many people in the performance industry say stay away from Shorty Headers is because Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. Thank you for hanging out, spending a few moments here with me. If this is the first time that you're checking out a video, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Now today what we're going to do is talk about Shorty Headers. Quite a few people have been asking questions about it, and you know, some of my prior videos are now getting increased traffic, so I figured I would answer a few of these questions, show you guys my experience and what you can kind of expect if you go down the Shorty Header route. Now by the end of the video, you're going to really find out why I went from Shorty Headers to long tube headers and what my gains were. Not only did I go from Shorty Headers to long tubes, but I also replaced the full catback, so always keep that in mind. Now a lot of performance shops will tell you just skip right over Shorty Headers. It's a waste of time. You won't see any gains, so on and so on and so on. But, you know, I've done it, and I've jumped on a dyno, and I've seen gains. And really, that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I don't want to persuade you whether to go long tube or shorties, but have a good understanding of what you can kind of expect, and if those results are good for you, then great. Now, one of the biggest benefits of Shorty Headers is it's a direct bolt-on. You take your exhaust manifolds off, put the shorties on, and it will connect right up to your cats. So it's really just that simple. So you're going to save money on the actual headers itself and also to installation. But will the gains really be impactful enough? So the first time that I jumped on a dyno, I had a Corsa cold air intake, which really doesn't help performance at all. It had an upgraded stage 1 Mopar PCM, which is a little bit more of an aggressive tune than what a stock RT has. And then it had Flowmasters replacing the mid mufflers with no resonators. It jumped up on the dyno. It got 340 wheel horsepower and 380 in torque, which I thought was pretty solid. Now, after that, I decided to put on Hooker Blackheart Shorty Headers. And nothing else changed within the charger. I had to unlock my PCM so that I can receive an emailed tune. So with the emailed tune, the Shorty Headers, with the Corsa and the Flowmasters, I ended up putting around 350 wheel horsepower, and the torque increased to about 390. So if you really compare those numbers to what a stock RT is capable of doing, you're looking at a gain of about 20 wheel horsepower and 15 to 20 in torque, which is really what's advertised for Shorty Headers. So really, guys, for one bolt-on and an email tune, I think that's that's pretty impressive. Now, the reason why so many people in the performance industry say stay away from Shorty Headers is because this modding or this performance gets a little bit on the addicting side. So really, a lot of these guys want to steer you away from those Shorty Headers because they know at some point you're going to add forced air, you're going to chem, you're going to want to keep adding to that build. If you have really your mindset that you just don't want to really build out your car, and you want your car to be just faster than a stock RT, then Shorty Headers is certainly a solid option. There's also people that live in very strict states that, they cannot do long tube headers. So a Shorty Header swap is certainly, an option. Many of the guys out there just do SRT exhaust manifolds and see some nice gains. SRT manifolds, they're like mid-length, okay? Now, from the Shorty Headers, I ended up camming my Charger and had I believe it was 375 wheel horsepower and 390, I believe it was in torque. I'll put the exact numbers up on the screen. And that's where I started running into the issues with the exhaust manifold, the Shorty Headers, I'm sorry. After I started camming, after I put the 392 manifold in there, the Charger was pulling in a lot more air, and the exhaust was just not doing a good job of it was robbing my engine of horsepower, basically. So the 370 wheel horsepower, 375, I forget exactly what it was, just wasn't enough. So we went out and got Dynatech long tube headers and a full catback exhaust by MagnaFlow. And that's where you saw the healthy size jump. It almost hit 400 wheel horsepower. So really those long tube headers picked up about 15 wheel horsepower over the Shorties. Now, obviously, keep in mind that the catback exhaust was also upgraded, so that did have an influence, but I would imagine that's only 3 or 4 horsepower or so. Really, the long tubes are going to help as the engine continues getting modified, as you get a cam, as you get forced air. It's going to be more efficient getting scavenging that air out of the engine. So it just makes the engine breathe way more efficiently than the Shorty Headers. But like I said in the beginning, not everybody's in that situation. Some people just want that little bit of an increase in power, and with the Shorty Headers you can certainly do that. I just showed that there were gains. So it's not a useless modification, and it will net you some performance. And just keep that in mind. A lot of people, they try and steer you in one direction or another. My job is not to steer anybody in any direction. It is to modify this car and show you the results so that you can make an educated decision. I've saved a lot of people a lot of money because they know now what to expect realistically, All right, guys, so definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it.